Hello everyone, it's Dara here. So today's video is going to be about animes I dropped and why! Okay, so why I dropped those animes. This is in no order, it's just ones I just thought of at the top of my head and put it on my notes. So first one is Parasyte. The Maxim? I don't know. See, I had high hopes for this one because one, it kind of reminded me of Death Note or something like that, because Death Note was my first anime, and then that one, I saw that one on Netflix and I was like, whoa, that one looks pretty good compared to, kind of looks like it could be kind of like Death Note, but it is not. And the premise seemed great. See, the first time I watched Parasyte was at someone's house. We're watching the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, I do want to watch this, but I didn't pick it back up. Then like 3 weeks ago, I restarted it, and I was like, wow, okay. And I got up to episode 14, and I was kind of forcing myself to watch it at this point. So the main reason why I dropped it was because I just feel like it was dragging on. I thought it was a 12 episode anime, but it's 24 or 26 episodes, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And also, I hate the love interest. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her. I think she's pointless. I think she's genuinely pointless, has no purpose in the show, except to be like, oh, you're different. Oh, yeah, no shit. He has a literal alien in his hand, and he's not going to tell you because he doesn't care enough to tell you. I might just look up how it ends. I don't know. I don't see myself watching it. I did like I don't know if you say character development of the main character. I like how he's slowly changing his morals and stuff like that. But overall, I think it should have been a 12 episode anime instead of dragging it out for 24 episodes. Alright, next we have Great Pretender. I might get a lot of backlash for this. I don't know, because I heard when it first went on Netflix, I heard amazing things about it. So I had friends that loved it, and they're like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, okay. So I watched the first episode, and I'm like, okay, I can understand this. This is okay. And then I watched the next episode, and I'm like, okay, come on. Like, I don't know why I just could not get into it. And then I got to like episode 5, and something exciting happened. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm into it now. And then that arc ended, and then I stopped after a few episodes into the airplane arc. I don't even know what it's called. They're flying planes. The art style's amazing. It's a beautiful show. I won't lie about that. It's a beautiful show. I just didn't like it. I just didn't care for it. I got up to episode 8 or 9. Speaking of gambling, the next anime I dropped was a Kakegurui. The Gambling Lesbians. I watched the first season with my brother. We kind of watched an episode a day or so. The first episode was promising. As it went on, it felt very repetitive, and I didn't understand any of the games. I didn't know what was going on all the time. Pretty much, it was just they gamble. Jabami would gamble with someone. She'd kind of fake him out, be like, oh, gosh, you got me there. And then she'd be like, actually, I was kidding. And she'd go into her little spiel about how she's going to beat them and all this stuff and how she's going to do it. And then she'd win. And then the same thing happens over and over. And the last episode of the first season, was so anticlimactic. It just was over in like 5 minutes with no like anticipation, like, oh God, what's going to happen? Nail biter. No, it's not. I was just sitting there. I was just like, is that it? I don't think I'm going to watch the second season. I don't plan on it. Next anime I dropped is Love is Hard for Otaku. When that dance started going around, I was like, okay, I want to start watching this. One, because I like the dance and the song's cute. And also because I kind of like romance. But not as much as I used to. I've realized I just don't care for it. And that is because yeah. I watched the first 3 episodes of this. I like the characters, and I guess the premise is good. It's just kind of like a slice of life rom-com. I don't know. I don't like slice of life. But I'm planning to read the mangas. I have the first 2 volumes. I just plan on reading it instead. I think I'd enjoy it more. Next is Backstreet Girls Gokudols. It is, I won't lie, it's funny. It's good, and I might pick it back up. But it was kind of, I don't know, too inconsistent. It's one of those kind of like, there's like skits and there's like 5 or 6 different plot lines in the show. It just goes from like one to the next, not a continuous thing going on, kind of like Psyche K in a way, how they have like different segments of different storylines, which I love Psyche K. I was watching it in sub, so I might watch it in dub maybe and pick it back up. Who knows? It's only like 12 episodes, so I could knock it out. Next anime I dropped is Ace of Diamond. Now, I won't say I dropped it. Taken a hiatus. I love sport animes. I love Haikyuu. I like Free, Yuri on Ice. There's others, I can't remember them right now. But I got overwhelmed because it's over 100 episodes and there's like 75 episodes in the first season. And baseball is long. Baseball is long enough. It's a sport I don't really care for. It's because it's so long, it's intimidating. And plus it's only in sub, so like I can't opt out and go to dub, which makes it easier for me to watch sometimes, because when you're watching sub, you have to concentrate. You have to stare at the screen the whole time so you know what's going on. My attention span is not good anymore. It's not as good as it was, but I'm going to keep watching it. I do want to watch it. It's just I haven't watched it in like a month. Next is Japan Sinks 2020. I heard good stuff about this. I can't remember if it's this one or Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. It's one of those about natural disasters that is really good and is sad. And I watched the first 2 episodes of Japan Sinks 2020. The first episode was really good, but the second episode I was like, oh, God. But then something happened at the end of episode 2 that I was like, whoa. But I haven't watched episode 3 yet. I was actually watching it with my brother, and he didn't want to pick it back up, so I'm like, well, okay. So I just never watched the next episode, which I might. But another thing, the art style I think is ugly. I think everyone's ugly. It's only like, 10, 12 episodes? I should pick it back up. Next anime I dropped, and I'll use the term dropped lightly. It's Free, Iwatobi Swim Club. I watched it up until season 3, and I'm on season 3. And I do plan on finishing it, but I have not watched it in like a couple weeks because I'm not into season 3. They went off to college. 2 of them did, and so they're separated, and there's new characters that I don't care for. My favorite character is Nagisa, and he's barely in it. So what's the point? Why can't I see my favorite twink? Alright, next is one called Noblesse? It's vampires, I think. I watched the first 2 episodes because the main character is fine. He's like, over 100 years old, and he's going back to high school. I watched the first episode, and I was confused, and then watched the second episode, and I was confused again. And I think it's up to 12 episodes right now, and I think it's done. I might pick it back up. I keep saying this about every one of them. I might pick it back up. I don't know. Because I was just confused at the plot. And did they even really say if they're vampires? I don't know. I'm just assuming they're vampires. I think it said it in the summary, but I really don't know. I can't be for sure. And the last anime that I could think of that I dropped was Akira. It's that movie made in the 80s. We watched the trailer, me and my brother did, and we're like, oh my God, this is really good. So we watched it. It's like over 2 hours or something, or close to 2 hours. And we were like 40 or 50 minutes in, and we're like, I can't do this anymore. It was boring. It was boring and confusing. And plus, I didn't like the animation style anyways. I've heard people rave about Akira though. Like, people love it. And I'm like, I'll just stay quiet. Because I didn't like it. These are animes that could not draw me in either in the first few episodes, or they just did not pick up in the middle of the show. Or they just did something that kind of just... I don't know, left me dissatisfied. I want to shout out some animes that I love and did not leave me unsatisfied and did not make me want to drop them. Made me want to keep watching. The first one is Death Note. It's the first anime I watched. I binged that in like less than 3 days. I couldn't stop. It was amazing. And then Given. I watched that in one night. Next was Orange. I think Orange is great. I would not watch it again because the main character made me very upset. And it was honestly just very depressing. But it was good. I watched it in one night as well. Banana Fish kept me watching. It was it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. 24 episodes on Amazon Prime. You should go watch that. Haikyuu. Volleyball, I love volleyball, so that's a sport I can really get behind and like binge. And it's just the games are so exciting and the characters are all lovable. My Hero Academia, I mean, that shit slaps. It slaps. Hunter x Hunter. I recently watched Erased. That one was really good. One of the first anime in a while I've watched that I like actually enjoyed and wanted to keep watching. Jujutsu Kaisen. That one that's airing right now. Amazing. Attack on Titan. Yeah. The one I'm watching at the moment, Inuyashiki. This one is insane. It's 12 episodes on Amazon Prime. Yuri on Ice as well. I love the sports and the romance. If one of your favorite animes was on this list of the ones I dropped, I'm sorry. You know, we're all different. You probably dropped one of my favorites. I've heard of people that dropped Death Note, Haikyuu. You can drop some of your favorites that kept you watching in the comments. Yeah, if you want to like this video and subscribe, that's cool. If not, I'd be sad, but I wouldn't know about it, so it's like it never even happened. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the flippity flop.